it's Miss Dana from TLC Preschool in Gilroy. I'm up here at Shaver Lake. You can see I have on my fire department shirt. We're going to be continuing our letter F today. Today's all about fire safety, and we're going to talk about fire safety. We're going to talk about first responders. Miss Karen is here. She made a video for you, and she's going to read you a story. It's called Flashing Fire Engines. It's by Tony Mitten and Aunt Parker, and it was published by Scholastic. So she's going to read you a story, and I'll see you in a little bit. But you know what? While she's reading, look for her husband, Mr. Rick. He is pretty funny. Wait till you see what he does in this story.
Hi kids, it's Miss Karen. I miss you all so much. I stopped by TLC Preschool and I saw all your names on the wall. And I found this book about the flashing fire engine and I thought I would read it to you. I miss you all so much. So, flashing fire engines. Big, bold fire engines waiting day and night, ready for a rescue or blazing fire to fight. As soon as there's a fire alarm, the engine starts to roar. The firefighters jump aboard. It rumbles out the door. Watch the engine speeding on its daring dash. Hear its siren screaming. See its bright lights flash. In helmets fireproof, coats and trousers, boots so big and strong, the crews are dressed and ready as the engine zooms along. When the engine finds the fire, it quickly pulls up near. The crew jump out and roll the hose and get out all the gear. The hose has got a nozzle that shoots a jet of spray. It squirts right on the blazing flames and sizzles them away. The water tank is empty soon, so where can more be found? The engine's pump can pull it up from pipes below the ground. And there's the fire hydrant. The fire is hot and roaring and makes a lot of smoke. The firefighters put on masks, otherwise they would choke. And they don't stand up in the smoke, they get down low. The ladder rises upward, it reaches for the sky. A fire engine's ladder stretches up so very high. Sometimes there's a platform right up to the top. It waits beside the window, then into it you hop. And there's Miss Karen's dog.
Yay, yay, yay!
At last the fire's extinguished, the flames are all put out. Lower the ladder, roll the hose, hooray, the fire's out. Back inside the station, the crew can take a break, but the fire engine's ready and it's waiting wide awake.
Thanks, Miss Karen and Mr. Rick. That sure was a fun story. And Mr. Rick, you were so funny with that shark. As you can see, I'm standing by a sign that says fire hydrant. And I have the fire hydrant right here. Fire starts with F. Okay, so we're now going to talk to some friends who help other people in our community when they need help.
Hi TLC friends, I am Nurse Michelle. I'm Miss Karen's daughter-in-law. I'm a healthcare provider, which means I take care of people when they are sick. Be sure to wash your hands and stay safe. Now remember, first aid begins with the letter F.
Hello, TLC friends. My name is Officer Jenkins. I'm a police officer with the Gilroy Police Department. And my mom is Miss Karen. I am a first responder, which means that I help people that are in need. And I hope that you guys are staying safe by staying at home and maintaining social distancing. Have a great day.
Remember I read the firefighter book to you guys, and I brought my fire helmet to show you, because remember Miss Karen used to be a firefighter. And firefighter starts with F, first responder starts with F, and I want you to be sure and wave to all your first responders. I'm glad you got to meet my son, Officer Ricky, and my daughter-in-law, Nurse Michelle. So be sure when you're out and about for your healthy walks, social distancing, to say hi to all your first responders. We miss you. Have a good day.
All right, next we're gonna go on a field trip. Remember, field trip starts with F also. We're going to a fire station where Miss Karen used to work. Enjoy!
Hi there, everybody. I'm Firefighter Brian. Welcome to Loyola Fire Station. Come on inside. So here at Loyola Fire Station, we have engine 76. So let me show you engine 76. This is where the driver sits. This is where the driver keeps most of their equipment back here. Right here we have our pump panel. This is where we bring water into the fire engine, and then we can bring water out of the fire engine in many different ways. We have lots of different tools on our fire engine. Basically, when people call 911, we have everything that we need in order to help during all different types of emergencies. We have lots of different tools all around this fire engine. Everything on here has a purpose. We have all of our ladders are right here. And everything has its specific place. So we keep everything on the fire engine all in the same place every time. So every cabinet is stuffed full of good stuff in order for us to respond to different emergencies when people need help. Right here we have a cabinet that is full of stuff that we use to help people if they call 911 because they're sick or having a medical emergency. So we have everything we need in order to help people that are having problems. Inside every cabinet, like I said, has something that we can use in order to help people when they call 911. 911 for emergencies. And we keep going all the way down here. This is the rest of our pump panel on this side. This is where the firefighter sits in the back. And then this is where the captain sits in the front. And they can actually navigate to calls. And they can give us directions on how to get to the emergency. So right now I'm wearing my station uniform. This is if you call 911 and we're out in public, you might see us wearing the station uniform. We're going to show you what we would wear if we go into a fire. Now we're going to be talking about something very, very important. We're going to be talking about what to do if your clothes catch on fire. So what we're talking about is your clothes. So I'm going to touch all my clothes, my pants, my jacket, my boots, even my hat, even my gloves. If any of those things catch on fire, we're going to talk about what to do. We're going to talk about stop, drop, and roll. Now, fire needs air to breathe. And if your clothes catch on fire and you start running, that can actually create more air onto your body or onto your clothes, and it can actually make the fire worse because fire likes that air. So what we're going to talk about is what to actually do. If your clothes catch on fire, first you stop. Stop wherever you are. It doesn't matter where you are. If your clothes somehow catch on fire, you stop wherever you are. Then you drop to the ground. Not only do you drop to the ground, but you're going to make your body really long, and you're going to actually cover your face and keep your elbows in like this. So I'm going to show you. We stop, then we drop to the ground, and we make our body really long, and we cover our face. Your face is very important, so you want to protect it. Cover your face. And then the very next step is to roll. Roll one direction and then back the other direction until the fire goes out. By rolling, you're taking the air away from the fire. So I'll show you one more time. If my clothes catch on fire, first I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to drop to the ground, make my body long, cover my face, and then I'm going to roll. Back and forth until the fire goes out. So one more time. If my clothes catch on fire, first I'm going to stop, then I'm going to drop, and then I'm going to roll. So see, these are just some of the tools that we have on Engine 76. We have all different types of tools for putting together hose or taking them apart. We have nozzles that we can hook up to the hose in order to put the fire out. We have tools to turn on and off the fire hydrants right here. We have tools to help us see in the dark and see through smoke, like this thermal imaging camera. We have a chainsaw. In the wintertime, a lot of times we use this for cutting tree branches and things, but we can also use it to cut holes in roofs to make a chimney. We have all different types of tools. We have our axe right here. Lots of different uses for our axe. We have a Halligan tool that's specific a lot of the times to the fire department. We can use this for prying, or we can use it as a hammer. We have a lot of different things we can do with the Halligan tool. We have tools where we can help people if we're going out and they're sick or injured. So we have our monitor and our oxygen. And we also have a pike pole here. This pike pole can be used in order to break like sheetrock and things like that to check for fires that are in a ceiling. This is actually a 6-foot pike pole, which is actually the same amount of distance that we need to be practicing if we're out in public practicing social distancing.
Thank you, Santa Clara County, for that very informational video that we just saw about fire safety and the fire station, and we really appreciate all that you do. Okay, I'm gonna go get my art supplies ready and we're gonna do our project. I'll see you at the table. So for today's activity, you're gonna take your paper that already says, "Thank you, first responders." You're gonna put that down and you're going to use 3 different colors of paint. I have a little bit of red, a little bit of orange, and a little bit of yellow, and I'm just gonna kind of decorate the whole thing. It's gonna kind of look a little bit like, maybe like fire. See, I'm just kind of spreading it around. I'm not even using different paintbrushes. Whoops. I'm using the same paintbrush because I put my paint right on my paper plate so that I can use just one brush. Kind of smear it around so it looks a little like a fire. All right, you can do yours as elaborate as you'd like. So here is my finished sign that I made. And yours could be more if you want to, but you want to make sure that you can still see the "Thank you, first responders." Now your job is to either take it over to a police station or a fire station and drop it off for them, or you can hang it in your window. In fact, yesterday I was driving through a neighborhood and there's a nurse that lives in that neighborhood, and everybody on the street had signs in their window that said, "Thank you, Nurse Julie." So you could do something like that too. Let people know that you appreciate them. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. And it was sure fun to hear all about all the fire safety and talk to Officer Jenkins and to Nurse Michelle and to see Miss Karen and make our fun sign. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.